This is one-on-one session with the ForumIAS founder and director 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐬𝐫𝐢𝐻𝐻. In this session, students are asked questions to test their preparedness for the personality test. One-on-one sessions are not mock panel sessions.
Can you begin by briefly introducing yourself to me?
So, my name is Shubham Mishra. I come from Sultanpur district of Uttar Pradesh. I've done my graduation in mechanical engineering. I graduated in year 2020, and since then I'm preparing for civil service.
Mechanical engineering.
Yes, sir.
Shubham, India wants a permanent seat in the Security Council.
Yes, sir.
There are several arguments that it provides for it. What do you think is the strongest reason why India should be granted a seat in the Security Council?
So I think the strongest argument is that India is a major economic and strategic power. It is the fifth largest economy in the world, and also related to it is that India is a non-aligned power. It has a moral suasion to it.
If there was just one reason, what would you say it is?
So it is the economic and strategic power that India holds.
Shubham, you are from Sultanpur in
Yes.
Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
How did Sultanpur get its name?
So the name of Sultanpur comes from Sultan Alauddin Khilji. It was in the 13th century when Alauddin Khilji sent his men to invade the Sultanpur kingdom, the Bhar kingdom of the Sultanpur. So from then onwards, the Sultan wielded his hand in and developed his rule in the Sultanpur district. So the Sultanpur comes from there.
You are from IIT Delhi. I am currently seeing that a lot of students from IIT are coming for civil services. What is the reason? Don't tell me it is to serve the nation or serve the society. There has to be something that explains why there is a sudden crowd for civil services among IITians.
So there are certain pull and push factors regarding this, the sudden threats. The pull factors are that civil services as a job provides greater job satisfaction. It has the greater responsibility and leadership roles that a person can get into. Other than that, the job security and the prestige that the job provides is also a major factor.
But IIT is worried about job security. It's bad news for the country, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is the bad news, but in the current economic situation, it is the harsh reality that the job security is unstable.
Why you only in high-paying jobs you have a problem of security? Otherwise, what the government pays, that's equivalent salary in the corporate sector for an IT, and I think it is more or less secure, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Regarding the salary component, it is secure, but regarding the stability, the growth in the job profile that you get, I think it is more secure in the civil services.
So suddenly people are worried about job security, so they're coming for civil services. I'm not convinced. Think one more reason.
So I think the changing exam pattern has also contributed to this sudden influx. The contribution of the CSAT and also the technological dimension in the preliminary exam. So I think it might be one other factor why the engineers are getting more into the civil services.
What is a unicorn?
So Unicorn is a startup company which has a valuation of $1 billion.
Where in the share market?
I'm not sure, sir, but I think it is the valuation in terms of the capital that the company owns.
1 billion as a capital, no company owns as in 1 billion as a capital. There are only some companies, but they with much lesser capital than 1 billion, they are unicorn.
Okay.
So that valuation, where is that valuation? You said with a valuation of 1 billion, you are correct. Where is that valuation?
So I'm not exactly aware, but I think in the stock market itself, I think the $1 valuation would be there.
What is the reason that despite such eminent people, young students from IT, we are not able to create a Google or a Microsoft or a WhatsApp in India. And yet, when these people are going abroad,
Yes.
they are heading these companies such as Google and Microsoft.
Yes.
Why they are not able to create Google and Microsoft in India?
So I think one reason is that our society does not promote innovation as such. It is somewhat risk averse. So getting into innovating in a new technology, developing a new company, it is something alien for the society, majorly speaking. But in the recent times, we have seen that the people are innovating, new companies are being built.
What is the reason that makes ITs so successful in the US and UK? Are they successful in US or UK or not?
Yes, sir, they are.
What is the reason that ITs are so successful in the US and UK? Think and tell me the answer.
So I think the technical skills that the IITs get from the colleges and also a innovative mindset, a problem solving attitude, it is well received in the markets like US and UK. The companies there are receptive for those people who are there to take risk, who are there to innovate. So I think the IITs have edge on that.
You also like to write Hindi poetry.
Yes, sir.
Do you also read Hindi poetry?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Who are your favorite poets?
So it is Shurikant Tripathi Nirala ji, Nani Singh Dinkar ji, and Vinod Kumar Shukla ji.
Can you tell us some poetry of Nirala?
So it is Veera Vadini Verde, Dichuk, and Saroj Smriti. These are the
Can you
poems.
recite some couplets from there?
Yes. वीणा वादिनी वर दे प्रिय स्वतंत्र राव अमृत मंत्र राव भारत में भर दे वीणा वादिनी वर.
Right. And you also written some poetry.
Yes, sir.
On what topics do you write generally?
So these are varied topics, but mostly I have written on the topic of women empowerment and the topic of love. So these are the topics.
Can you recite some poetry you've written on love?
So I'm not I'm not able to recall one, but one poem is that तू रेत है मैं नदी का किनारा. So it is on those lines. I'm not able to recall.
Any poetry that you've written on women empowerment?
Yes, sir. So, sir, this is one poem, Rakhi. It goes like, इस राखी क्या मांगू भाई तुमसे मैं, विद्या मांगू या कि पायल तुमसे मैं चिड़िया बन इस भरे गगन उड़ना चाहूं, पर मांगू या आसमान ही तुमसे मैं, इस राखी क्या मांगू भाई तुमसे मैं. सड़कों पे चलना मेरा दुश्वार हुआ है, इस चरित्र पे जाने कितना वार हुआ है, कई जमाने बीत गए पर अबला हूँ क्योंकि जीवन पतवार हुआ है, जीवन पतवार भला कहूँ क्या तुमसे मैं, इस राखी क्या मांगू भाई तुमसे मैं. छुड़ा दो मेरा बंधन ये दुनियादारी का, झूठा सहमा बेबस जीवन लाचारी का, राखी रेशम की है बांधी हाथों में, धागा अगला बांधू अपनी खुददारी का, साथ में बांटू खुशियां सारी तुमसे मैं, इस राखी यह मांगू भाई तुमसे मैं.
You also like to watch movies?
Yes, sir.
What sort of films do you watch?
Largely social dramas and thriller movies.
Which was the first film that was made in India?
So it was Raja Harishchandra by Darasa Pal.
Okay. And which is the first? Was it a silent film or was it a?
So it was a silent film.
And which is the first film that which was not silent?
So it was Alamara. Yes, sir.
Right. And which is the first color film?
So it was 𝐂𝐻𝐚𝐬𝐫𝐢𝐻𝐚𝐞 in 1937.
1937.
Yes, sir.
It was the first color film of India.
Yes, sir. It was the first color film. Yes, sir.
But then I see that 𝐒𝐻𝐫𝐢𝐻𝐚 I was watching it is in black and white.
Yes.
That's the reason why we did not go for color films even after that.
So the color technology was not widely available in the Indian market. The 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐬𝐫𝐢𝐻𝐚𝐞 has used some not much developed color technology. Only some trains were colored. So from that time till the time the 𝐒𝐻𝐽𝐻𝐚 and other movies came, the color technology was not much available in India. So it was economical to develop in the black and white.
We often hear this word hackathon all the time. What is this hackathon?
So these are events in which some problem statements are given, and the people have to solve them through certain technical means.
You are from Uttar Pradesh. What is the reason that despite political will, we are not able to clean the Ganga?
So one reason is that the sources that are polluting Ganga, they are widely distributed. There is no particular channel which is polluting Ganga, from the festivities that are happening to the industrial effluents that are going. So there is no particular source which we can target. So in that regards, also the initiatives that are being taken uh, are not being able to target all the segments which are polluting the Ganga. Other than that, the issue of the tributaries of Ganga, like Yamuna, which are also polluted, and sometimes we are not focusing on these rivers and instead focusing on the Ganga stretch only. So I think these may be the major reasons.
Okay. The Election Commission has been talking about remote voting,
Yes, sir.
you know, for migrant workers. What is your opinion on it?
So I think it is a welcome initiative. Uh, through remote voting, many of migrant workers will be able to uh, uh, and enforce their rights of voting. Also, the voting turnout in the election will also increase. But there are certain challenges which have to be tackled. For example, the technical challenges, like there are some extra devices which have to be used for the dynamic balloting system. So, to secure those devices and to ensure trust in the whole process, I think this is a major challenge in which the Election Commission has to work upon.
There has been recently a lot of tussle between governors, LGs, and the chief ministers.
Yes, sir.
What do you think is the reason behind this?
So I think one major reason is because of the difference in the political parties in power at the center and at the state or UT level. Uh, there is some ideological difference, and it is sometimes perceived that the governor is enforcing the will of the central government or enforcing the central ideology. So this is the matter of conflict.
Why do you want to join the civil services?
So I want to join civil services because first of all, it will give me an opportunity to engage in public service. It will help me to work for and amongst the people. Second, it is a highly diverse job with challenging job profiles. So I think it will help me grow personally as well as professionally. Third, I think the job will help me take leadership skills at an early stage of the career. And the fourth is because the job has a decent job security, a decent standard of living that it will ensure for me. So these are the major reasons why.
All right, Shubham, you're ready to do so.